Good morning. It is Saturday, August 4th or 5th or something, and we are headed out on a long-awaited adventure. Given the weather forecast for today, it will be an adventure, but we are hiking Mary Mountain in Yellowstone National Park. This is a 20 to 21 mile hike that does not allow camping. So if you're going to do it, you have to do it as a point to point, or as 2 out and back day hikes that would both be 20 to 21 miles long. So we have gathered the troops. Our friend David Hitchcock is here, and my brother and sister-in-law are also here, and the 5 of us are setting out together to see what we can see. This trail cuts from Hayden Valley over to north of Old Faithful, cuts across the central area of the park, and is a prime area for bears, elk, bison, and even wolves. So we may see something cool today, we may not, but we're hopeful. Good job, y'all. Bird? That's a hawk, isn't it? What'd you find?
It's a bison head.
How's it feel?
Heavy.
Do we know
And
where
wet.
we're going right now?
We're getting there.
We are about 5 miles in, and we have left the trail a few times to avoid bison, and
You seen that one? Is the 2
run into a little bit of trouble with following the
there's
trail, but I think we finally found some blazes, which is
the
comforting.
blaze on that.
And we're headed west. Done with our first snack break. Woo!
Where'd Jim go?
Ending our first snack break.
Oh.
We are coming off of our 15-mile break, and everyone is doing great. We have gone through a ton of different types of terrain out here today. Open, rolling hills that were very squishy, firm pine forest, squishy pine forest, not as squishy pine forest, dirt and sage. Yeah, we're just seeing really the variety that there is of Yellowstone. This Mary Mountain hike has not been too physically challenging. Our worst route finding really was in the 4.5 to 7 mile range. The trail really seemed to just kind of fall apart there. But since we made it to the firm pine forest, we have really been able to follow the trail the whole way. There's been a few sections where we might have to look up to see a blaze, but there's been blazes. So I'm not sure if we missed something in that section where we were feeling off trail, or if there's just so many routes that people are taking through that open area that it ends up not getting worn down in the same place. But for sure, this western part has been easier to follow. You can always count on in Yellowstone is a good creek crossing. This might be, I don't know, our 20th creek crossing of the day. This is the creakiest of them all. And Jim and Jess were smart and packed their sandals. It feels pretty good.
Yeah, feels great.
That was sturdy. That's
Yes, when we cross the street, my trail goes to the gas line.
what's the road? Yeah. So that's going to be a wrap on the Mary Mountain Trail. We are going to clock somewhere between 20 and 21 miles. And after Mary Lake, we had no trouble finding the route. So all in all, I actually feel like I can recommend this hike. I wasn't sure there around mile 5 and 6. But it's been a pretty epic way to hike across Yellowstone and see so much of its territory and the variety of landscapes it offers. This hike is best done as a shuttle hike or a point-to-point hike with at least 2 vehicles. It's in a pretty densely bear heavy part of the park. So the park recommends you hike in large groups, which means 4 people. We would have been, I think, happy doing it with just 2, but it was more comfortable to hike it with 5 people today. We did not see any scary wildlife. We did have plenty of bison we had to step around, but it was fairly easy to do so. And so far, we have not had any bad weather, which we were expecting some downpour, so this is good news. The hike has only about 1,000 feet of elevation gain if you go from east to west, and it'll clock in at about 1,800 feet of elevation gain if you go from west to east. The 2 trailheads are located in the northern end of Hayden Valley, just about 5 miles south of the Canyon Village area, and the other trailhead is located about 5 miles below the Madison Junction on the west side of the park. If you enjoyed this video, we hope you will leave a like. If you've ever hiked in Yellowstone or wondered about all of these big trails that cross the park, we'd love for you to ask questions in the comments or tell us about your experiences below. And we hope that you will consider subscribing so you can get notifications to stay up to date with wherever it is that we're hiking next. And no matter what, we hope you have a great hike, especially if it's in Yellowstone National Park, and especially if it's on the Mary Mountain Trail.
It's a bison head!